It's been said the meaning of life is to find your gift. The work of life is to develop that gift. And the purpose of life is to give that gift away. This is Rabbi Robbie, and this is my message for our young professional community. So many of you have reached out to me over the last several weeks and said, Rabbi, I know we are on the precipice of Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the year, a day of atonement and a day of amnesty, a day when we connect to God and we connect to our better selves, when we confess our sins and we find purity and we find the ability to move forward. And yet today we find ourselves in a situation where maybe we don't feel that sense of connection and spirituality. Maybe we made commitments over the past year on last Yom Kippur that we haven't been able to live into. And we've fallen into the same foibles and mistakes and sins that we may have in the past. And maybe we're feeling somewhat incredulous. And so I'd invite you to think about Yom Kippur a little bit differently this year as you pray. I invite you to think about that if God's intention was to give us a soul that was pure and innocent, and we were meant to live 80, 90, 100 years on this world, only to one day return that soul to God in the same pristine condition, then God should not have said, go into the world, work, build a business, build a family, and surround yourself with the temptations of the world around you. Would it not have been better for God to have said, I've given you a soul, protect it, go to a mountaintop, join in ashram, have a life of celibacy and a life of poverty, and whatever you do, stay away from the possibility of sin? But he did not. And the reason for that is that in life, there is only one great sin. Our job is not only to keep our souls pure, our job is to go into this world because each of us has a unique mission. Each of us has a purpose in this world that only we can fulfill. Each one of us has a gift. And our obligation and our opportunity in this world is to take that gift, to find it, to develop it, and then to give it to the world. Because that is what the world is waiting for us. And the sin of life, the greatest sin of life, is when we lose our way, when we become confused, when we don't recognize our own magnificence, when we don't recognize the gift we have to give to the world. And that happens throughout the year because we lose our way, or maybe people make us feel small, or we make ourselves feel small, or maybe we have negative things that happen to us, and we don't feel like we have the wherewithal to accomplish that mission. So my friends, this Yom Kippur, as we come together, I invite you to reflect on the fact that you have a gift to give to this world, that our greatest opportunity is to live into that magnificence. That is our soul. And how do we do that? Because on Yom Kippur, we tune out the noise. We tune out all of the distractions in our life. And yes, we don't eat, we don't drink. We spend our time reflecting. We go internal. We hear that voice, that quiet, thin voice, that almost inaudible conscience that we have. That is our soul. And with that, we know that we stand before God. We focus on how we will live into our magnificence in the coming year. Because what the world needs now is you. I wish you a very good Shabbat, and I wish you a year of true spiritual meaning, clarity of purpose, great health, great success, and great connection and togetherness with each other. Shabbat Shalom.